JMats here, GenerationD20.com, doing another draft diary. Gonna try another 8-4. I played my first 8-4 and I don't know if I would have won it, but I did very well on it. Ended up having to quit at the end because I had to leave. Played the next 8-4 and lost it, so I got a little bit more conservative and played two 4-3-2-2s. I won both of those, and so I'll take another chance in the 8-4 pool. The prize payout's just, so much better if you actually do go the distance. And I think Elder of Laurels is a fine pick for my first pick. Other things here that are good: Claustrophobia, Civilized Scholar, Spectral Rider, Pitchburn Devils. I've been liking green-red a lot in the format. Green-white works too, but anything where you can give a repeatable pump is good. And he's 2-3, which makes him a little bit more out of reach. Can't die to uh, that dead weight, whatever the black enchantment is, for example. Okay, here, actually a lot of good things here. I am tempted to take the Prey Upon because it's removal, or at least pseudo removal, which can be hard to find in green. The Pilgrim also is really nice ramp. Probably the best card here might be either the Moan of the Unhallowed or Screeching Bat. Those are both really good. I think I'll take the Prey Upon. Take the chance with it. Okay, so my green deck is actually coming a little bit different than I would think, but I think you have to take the Splinter Fright. He can just be huge. And he's relatively cheap. And given what I have seen so far, maybe I go blue. Like, maybe I'm better off feeding my graveyard. Makeshift Mauler is hard to get past, if nothing else. So even if I don't end up playing him, I don't want to face him. Grasp of Phantoms is great in the late game, so that would definitely be a consideration. Ranged Assistant would give me a little bit of ramp and feed my graveyard a little bit, but I think Grasp of Phantoms, I like that play. So far I've not seen the werewolf side of green, which is probably my favorite archetype to play. And really haven't seen werewolves in red either, so someone is probably drafting a dynamite werewolf deck. For me, that's doable. I very well might have two creature cards in my graveyard, especially comboing with the Splinter Fright, and I might have to try to pick up some Armored Scobs. He can be very hard to deal with if he gets out, though. And, perhaps more than anything, it's just a deck I haven't tried playing before, so I like the Ambush Viper. It's a nice answer. That Smite the Monstrous is going to work fairly well against some of my creatures, so I don't really want them to get that, but I'll take a chance on it. Invisible Stalker is tempting because, especially if you can get like a Butcher's Cleaver, he can just win the game right there for you. Here's something that would feed my library or feed my graveyard and get me a card. I think I'm going to go with the Invisible Stalker though. I like his upside a little bit more. Take away the curse. And Boneyard Worm is fine, especially with what this green deck is kind of turning out to be. Dream Twist, I could take that to use it on myself, but that's not really the route I would like to go. Out of the Bone would be decent in this deck. I don't think I'm going to play it, but of all the decks, this would be the one that it would actually work in. I'm hoping to have a pretty full graveyard. Problem is that this guy needs them, and these guys take them away. So in some ways, my deck is working against itself. Same thing with flashback. When you end up flashing back something and losing part of your graveyard, then certain creatures or spells kind of lose some of their power. So it's kind of an interesting format that way. It's red and blue. I might take Brimstone Volley. It really is, I think, about the best removal in the format. And so far I don't have a big color commitment. This may table. It would be that or like either Delver of Secrets or Deranged Assistant. And I think I'd prefer to have the solid removal. This is also very solid removal, so something to consider. With all the creatures that I hope to have dying, Lumberknot is a decent alternative. And these guys, just because they're regenerating on their own, can be very tough. Something to kill through the air. I think I'm going to take them because they're such a hard thing to answer. So I want them on my team, not on someone else's. Let's see. Claustrophobia, probably. Since it's looking like I'm playing blue. That just gives me another piece of removal. Okay. Do I go for the Butcher's Cleaver? Because, I mean, honestly, on Invisible Stalker, that can pretty much be game over. I like the Shepherd also. What other humans do I have? Elder of Laurels is a human. These guys would be a human. Eight creatures. Still have a ways to go. I'll take the Cleaver. I may not see another one of those. That might be my only chance to get it. Pyramid, Phantasm, that'd be a way to load up my library for sure if I wanted to. If not, he's still a 5/1 flyer. Or I could do another Prey Upon. It's another way to kill their creature. I think I'll take the Prey Upon. I like the idea of loading up on some removal. Delver of Secrets wouldn't be bad. And another Ambush Viper. I can definitely get behind that, especially because I'm a little bit weak in the 2 spot. If I think I can get some more stuff in my library, or graveyard, Boneyard Worm, along with the Splinter Frights, should be a pretty fun combination. And here, this would be a way that I could feed my graveyard if I really wanted to. Full Moon's Rise. Right now I only have the one, but I think I'd rather take it and not give someone else that option. Possibly even same with the Moon Mist. Those cards just can make a good deck great in a hurry. And the trample, the thing that's crazy is the trample applies even before they shift. So even if you can't get your guys to flip, you're still getting some of those benefits. Kindercatch I probably don't want, so I'll take the Naturalize for my sideboard. Chessig Wolf could be a problem attacking into a first striker, so I'll take him. I'm not going to play him, but I'll take him. I don't think I'm going to play Dream Twist. Don't think I'm going to play Ranger's Guile or a Riot Devil. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to play that, or that, or that. I'm at least not main deck for those. Not of the Bone is probably not going to be main decked. Not of the Bone probably isn't going to be sideboarded either. And so the Brimstone Volley still kind of sits as my maybe you're in, maybe you're not card. We'll have to wait and see on that. Okay, so now I get this guy, which only requires one white, so if I'm going to be flashing anything or splashing anything, I would think I would want to splash that, not the volley. I'll take him. There wasn't anything really exceptional in there, and if I can get something, even like one of those lands that allows me to get any color if I want to, I can maybe play both. That one gives me white or black. Not really helpful with my other colors. I could go Caravan Vigil. That would be a way to answer that. Although I think I'm going to go with the Villagers. I love that card. It always ends up coming up huge for me. Even just being the 2/3, he can stop 2/2s, and then when he gets to be the 4/6, he can stop a lot. It can be very hard for them to punch through. Okay, here is an interesting one. I don't think I'm going to have that many zombies, but even just the Alchemist on its own is pretty nasty. I think I have to take it. Grasp of Phantoms would be the other thing to argue, but what is the Mauler a zombie? That's a zombie. Now this could be funny. I could put him in and really go for more ways to mill myself and just kind of wait, stall, and then hopefully win. Stitch Drake works with what I'm doing. And if I had decided I wanted to go for that strategy, whoops, I didn't mean to pick that, I just wanted to look at it, but I guess I'm going with it. Stitcher's Apprentice is not bad either. It's a way to feed things into your graveyard, especially with these guys who all need creatures in the graveyard. And currently I'm at 24, so a couple of these cards, or at least one of these cards, isn't going to make it. I'm probably not going to play 2 splashes because I have the double Prey Upon as well as the Claustrophobia. And let's make it a triple Prey Upon, shall we? So because I have triple Prey Upon, I am much less inclined to play the Brimstone Volley. And here I'll just take the Bramble Crush. Against some decks where you just don't have an answer, it's nice to be able to bring that in. Take another Dream Twist. And I think I'll take the Manor Skeleton. I hate when they have a way to regenerate and just hold the ground against your attacks time and time again. I wonder if you fight with something with Death Touch, whether it kills it automatically. That would be something I should probably find out. Okay, so I'm at 18 creatures. I think of these, I didn't go all in, or at least as of yet I have not gone all in on the milling myself strategy. And without armored scabs and some of those, I probably am not going to. So I probably don't need the Laboratory Maniac. But the Goliath, the Undead Alchemist, Grasp, Stitch Drake, Claustrophobia, a couple Stitcher's Apprentices, and that, and then triple Prey Upon, double Ambush Viper, double Barnyard Worm, Boulder Laurels, my 2 Werewolves, Splinter Fright, Butcher's Cleaver, and then maybe splash 2 planes for this guy. I think that would be a reasonable route to go. We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kind of removal or pseudo removal spells. That thing to ditch them. I think that's doable. So it would suggest that I think I'd be willing to go with 1 less green and 1 more white. And let's look at this by converted monocost. Just to kind of see how it may play out. These are all creatures, although 2 of them can't really cast that first turn. Or on your second turn, unless you've already been milled or had something like that happen. So it's creature heavy, and it's kind of creature heavy early, which is fine. Get something like this where I can make my whole army much better. I have the win condition with the Stalker, especially if I get a Cleaver on him. Prey Upons could be a good way to use, like the Drake or the Goliath or the Mauler, any of those with high toughness. There's ways to kill creatures. So we will see. I think this could be a pretty good deck.